Federal Retirement Thrift Investment Board's Recordkeeping Services Acquisition contract is official. The new project will focus on providing customer service and secure record keeping for the TSP. Kim Weaver's Director of External Affairs, the Federal Retirement Thrift Investment Board. Kim, welcome. Thanks for coming on. This is a big deal, it strikes me, because you're doing a lot here for the services that you provide to your participants. What's encompassed here, and what's the backstory, Kim?
So currently the FRTIB, the agency that runs the TSP, we serve as the integrator. So we have a contract for record keeping, we have contracts for call centers, we have contracts for the Service Bureau, which processes forms, we have a contract for special legal processing, which processes things like death benefits and divorce decrees, those sorts of things, and we serve as the integrator. This contract will have Accenture Federal, who won the contract, do all of that. We will no longer be the integrator. They will be the service provider.
What's the advantage that you gain as the board and that the participants gain as individual participants from this move?
It will improve the services that we're delivering to them. They're going to see things like a mobile app, a mutual fund window, the ability to do electronic signatures, live chats, being able to start something on the web and have that information move over to a different channel so that you can complete your service without having to redo it and start from scratch. So there's just going to be a lot of service improvements that we'll be able to provide to the participants.
Yeah, I think the mobile app, of all of the things that I saw in the solicitation, was the one that struck me as the most interesting, because you and I have talked for many years now about the idea that you're trying to provide the same resources, benefits, and so on to your participants that a private sector firm would provide to its participants. That's a big deal. I imagine you've been getting a lot of demand from the participants of the TSP for a mobile app, Kim.
From the younger participants, yes. No surprise, right? We all do a lot of things on our phones, and the younger you are, the more that's true. And so, yes, there is, from the younger participants, a real request for the mobile app.
Does this mean anything for the internal infrastructure of the TSP? Is there a transition period that participants need to know about, or will this look to them the same as it's always looked?
For the participants, it will be clear. There will be no visible, other than the service improvements once the transition is over, but during the transition, nothing's going to change for the participant. There's an enormous amount of work that has to go on our side with Accenture. They will have to set up their system so that it mirrors the statute, that it mirrors the regs, it mirrors our business processes. We then have to go in and make sure that the internal controls are right, that the security is correct. I mean, things as little as the data field for us means this. We have to make sure that the data field they've set up means the same thing. Then we have to go in and make sure that, NIST and FSMA are complied with. And we have to do all of that before we even start providing them with any live data, right? All of the stuff we're talking about will be done with test data, because until the system's set up and secure, we certainly wouldn't be providing live data to them.
What's the timeline look like, Kim? I noted in the article in Federal Computer Week that the acquisition process for this started 2018. What's the execution and deployment timeline look like?
There'll be an 18-month transition period, and then the contract has 4 3-month so that it's a base 3-year and then three 3-year periods. If that's totaling 12 years, I've got it right.
But that's where I wanted to go. This is not just to set the system up for the TSP. Accenture will continue to monitor this, so you're basically able to hand this off to an organization that does this, that knows
Right.
how to do this.
So to be clear, the TSP is largely an outsourced organization already. SAIC is our current record keeper. They have been doing the back end work, and as I said, we've been the integrator. So when payroll offices bring information in, it's going into a system that's maintained by SAIC. And that's another big thing. We're big, as we've talked before. We're 6.1 million participants now. And so a lot of data comes in and a lot of data has to be processed. So we have to make sure that the system that is Accenture is running can handle that and process everything in a timely manner. Otherwise, it's not useful to anybody.
30 seconds left. Kim, anything else at the board meeting this month that participants should know about?
Yeah, we also announced earlier this month a second fund manager, so that our funds will now be managed by two fund managers. No concerns with our current fund manager, but we just wanted to make sure that any concentration risk was mitigated.
Kim Weaver, thanks very much as always.
Thank you.